Climate change is here with us. In Kenya, predictions have shown that temperatures will rise by 2.5 degrees Celsius by the year 2050, while rainfall will become more intense and unpredictable with increased flooding. Droughts will last longer than usual. Sadly, Kenya's economy is largely dependent on agriculture, which is largely rain-fed. Small-scale farmers all over the country are bearing the full brunt of the effects of climate change that has seen a drastic reduction on farm produce, an increase in pests and diseases, coupled with post-harvest losses. Increasing adaptive capacity of farmers as well as increasing resilience and resource use efficiency in agricultural production systems can reduce these threats. Climate-smart agriculture is an approach of transforming and reorienting agricultural systems to support food security under these new realities. To that end, the Kenya Agricultural Livestock Research Organization, KALRO, is implementing a 5-year Kenya Climate Smart Agricultural Productivity Project that became effective in January 2019 with a grant of 650 million Kenya shillings from the European Union and 1.5 million Kenya shillings from the Kenyan government.
As you are aware, climate change is a big challenge. Climate change is there. Our farmers have not been able to adopt improved climate smart technologies. And the best way to do that is to partner with those private sector players on the ground already who are working with farmers. So we are here to launch this project whereby we are working with several private entities from all over the country who are working on different value chains ranging from fish, mariculture, beans, sorghum, kienyeji kukus, nyasi, and all that. And it's a very important day because the biggest challenge we are having, apart from the climate change itself, is the adoption of technologies by our farmers.
Well, we're trying to combine different efforts. So we're fighting climate change by having climate smart technologies, but we recognize that at the same time people do need to feed themselves, they need to do agriculture. So we're combining the different aspects and making sure that Kenya can develop, that you have people, that the farmers being able to produce enough yield and they can survive on that, so that we can feed the Kenyan people, but at the same time that we don't that they don't impact climate too much. At the same time, it's also a question of adapting to climate change. So it's also a question of reacting to what the farmers on the ground are facing, whether it's the locusts that are coming, and I think the research is still ongoing on what exactly the impact of climate change is on the locusts, but clearly that is a big plague that is in the region right now. Whether it's the droughts that we are seeing more frequently in the region, all of those need to be addressed. But for the farmers, what is important is that they can still continue to do farming in the climate that they're in.
The project seeks to support KALRO's research on climate-smart agricultural technologies, reaching 250,000 smallholder farmers, pastoralists and fisher folk directly and a further 250,000 indirectly. The majority of the targeted farmers are expected to adapt and commercialize new technologies within 12 production value chains by the end of the project in 2024.
Climate change is affecting, resulting to low productivity, destruction of the environment, and also making sure that now our stakeholders are not getting enough money or enough income from the crops that are growing, from the livestock that are growing, or the fish that are growing. So this project is aiming to reach about 500,000 farmers indirectly. Around 150 of those farmers, we shall reach them directly through the private, public-private partnerships approach. We are giving out 300 million Kenya shillings that we are launching with our sub-grants in order to reach those particular people. And this sub-grants, this money is supposed to impact our farmers, basically to create, to train them, in other words, capacity to build them, to link them to agribusiness, to link them to markets, to link them to service providers in the agricultural space, and also to enable them adopt the technologies that we have actually produced.
Mariculture was introduced into Kenya in the 1970s but has failed to take root as an alternative to capture fisheries because of inadequate investment and technical expertise. The Mawazaro BMU self-help group are fish farmers who are among the beneficiaries of the sub-grant.
Tulifanya project za coordination, tulinunua motorbike, tukanunua boti. Motorbike ilitukosti 1,118,000, sorry. Na motorboat ilitukosti 631,000. Tumetengeneza cage ambayo imetukosti 650,000 ambayo saizi iko na samaki wanaitwa tafi ambao wataishi pale kiasi cha miezi 4 au miezi 6 ndio wawe tayari kuliwa. Samaki yule atakuwa ana uzito wakati ya nusu kilo na gramu 300. Tumeweka saizi right now tuko na tafi 2,000 na tunanuia kuweka tafi 12,000 fingerlings wale ambao tunawashika from the wilderness, ambaye mmoja ananunuliwa shilingi 6 akiwa mdogo, na akikua baada ya kulishwa chakula cha mwani kutoka hapa baharini, atakuwa tafi mmoja ana uwezo wa kutoa shilingi 100. Pia tumechimba pond ambayo inaendelea kumalizika. Tuna imani by tarehe 15 mwezi wa 4 hiyo pond itakuwa imeisha na inawekwa samaki. Tumechimba pondi ya urefu wa mita 40 kwa 30 ambayo 1 cubic meter inaweka samaki 5. So tunategemea kuweka samaki 5,200. Samaki wenyewe ni tilapia yule wa maji baridi, lakini amekuwa acclimatized na anaishi katika maji chumvi.
This technology is meant to reduce the cost of production by utilizing locally sourced cage construction materials and the use of naturally growing seaweeds as feed supplements for the fish.
So this intervention of mariculture of fish, specifically 2 species of fish, that is rabbit fish, Siganus argenteus, and tilapia, Oriochromis niloticus, has been used to implement a concept that is called IMTA. IMTA is integrated multi-trophic aquaculture. What do I mean by that? We want to farm fish also in the same environment with seaweed. Why seaweed? Because seaweed is fish feed. As you're aware, in fish farming or in aquaculture, feeds account for nearly 60% of the total cost. So if you are going to use seaweeds that are naturally growing at sea or are commercially farmed here at the coast, you will be able to cut, or we are able to cut the cost of production of aquaculture fish in the marine waters of Kenya significantly. And in this sense, it will make the venture very profitable and also adaptable by many farmers, because they are able to feed the fish with the wild seaweeds that we have and also the local ones that they are cultivating. They are cultivating 2 species of seaweeds: spinosum seaweed, that is Euchemia denticulatum, and also Cotoni, Capaphycus alvarezi. So these 2 they are cultivating, and they are drying and exporting. In addition, they are also processing this into soap, shampoos and other products.
Hizi ile pond, ile cage sore, inatakana iweke samaki 12,000, ambao samaki hao 3 wakipimwa itakuwa ni kilo. Kwa hivyo kama ni samaki 12,000, ina maana tunategemea kupata samaki tani 4 tukiuza sasa muuzo mmoja, ambao samaki wale sasa ukiwauza tuna tani 4 tuna uwezo wa kupata shilingi 800 kwa bei ya mchuuzi hapa bandarini ya shilingi 200 mpaka 250, hizo milioni 1, ambazo kwayo utatolewa tu pesa za administration na hiyo cage, hizo gharama za cage ndizo zitakazotolewa. Zitakazobakia ni pesa ambazo zinatakana zigawanywe wananchi kama tunazita dividends, ama jina jingine tunaweza sema ni shares. Kila mwanachama atagawanyiwa kwa kulingana na bidii na uwezo alionao katika kufanyia wakati tukitengeneza. Sababu wakati tukitengeneza tulikuwa tuko na register ya attendance. Kwa hivyo tulitengeneza siku 7. Yaani shares sasa ni 100%, ambazo ni siku 7 kama umekuja ni 100%. Ukikosa siku moja ina maana utakuwa na 80 zikishuka chini kama hivyo. So people will be getting dividends according to that. Pia katika hizo pesa tunafikiria kufanya development. Baada ya cage moja tuchange tujenge cage nyingine. Tumeanza na moja, tuna imani baada ya miaka 3 tuwe na cage 7, 8 mpaka 10. Mpango ni kwamba pesa yote iingie kwenye mfuko wa mwananchi. Mwananchi yule yuko pale Mawazaro. Members tuko nao Mawazaro ni 168. Of which wanawake ni 92. Na wamejikakamua, wanapata shida, wanaumia kwa kupata hii faida. Kwa hivyo ni haki yetu sisi management to make sure that benefit trickles really down to the expected person.
In terms of benefits and returns to the farmer, this comes from the stocking density that we have there. So we are stocking density of around 12,000 pieces of fish. So in essence, after 6 months or so, we can have 1.5 tons, and we can get close to 1,900,000 Kenya shillings after every 6 months. So in a year of 6 months, we can have close to 2 million or 1.8 million Kenya shillings as benefits for the farmer. Taking into consideration of the cost of construction, it means that within 1 season, the farmer can recover the cost of the construction and also have something extra for his pocket.
Research has shown that most farmers adapt technologies from seeing what other farmers are doing. Farmer-to-farmer exchange visits have been factored in the project to accelerate technology adoption. 19 partners have established innovation platforms where stakeholders meet, learn and exchange ideas. These platforms include demonstration farms where farmers assemble to learn, breeder farms for multiplication of breeding stock and seed, farmer field days and social media platforms. The project is also in the process of developing and piloting a digital innovation and impact platform enhance acquisition, management and use of information derived from the implementing entities for sharing and learning within the big data platform hosted at Kwale. This will no doubt enhance the project impact beyond the farm.